mine also. I love your shirt, man. It's a great shirt to stay silver like that. I had one like that, but the silver fell off.
I think it is.
I've never seen this guy.
Mm-mm. I know there's a crazy party going on there last night. I've been awake since 2 o'clock.
Really? Right when I went to bed, you woke up?
Pisses me off.
I'm sorry.
I fell asleep about 10:30.
I sat there with me and Piper. We were watching watched the end of chapter 2, and then we were watching California Suite. And finally, she got tired enough to go to bed. And I don't know who the black guy is. Never seen him. But I don't know who the fat guy is. I've never seen him.
He lived there for years.
Karen died.
Karen died, and he moved to be with his brother.
He went back to Alaska and now he's in Hawaii.
He's in Hawaii now.
I didn't hear about that. Where'd you hear that?
That's what he told me today. He was going up to Alaska, pick up everything, and then his brother and him were going to go to Hawaii and live for a few years.
Okay. He took such good care of Karen for so many years.
And she was a sweet person.
She was.
We dealt with her a lot. She was precious. She'd come up on our front porch a lot of times and knock on the door and ask for help.
Uh-huh.
But she didn't need it.
Well, that's all right. Walk here.
You're making an awful lot of noise. I have no idea what's
I'll stay out of it.
happening.
Go to the park and go home. I'm Virginia, by the way.
Chris?
I'm Mark.
Hi, Chris and Mark. And this is Juno. She has a cat.
She likes our cats. Our cats don't like her.
Well,
It's one of my favorite kinds of dogs. Like is that a
Fox
Russell?
Terrier. A smooth-haired Fox Terrier. That's what
Oh, it's a
the
Fox
is.
Terrier.
But she's looking for squirrels.
That's a well-behaved dog.
For a Fox Terrier, yeah.
I'll record from in here.
Well, first, I think the majority of the companies that are subject to this rule already provide health care programs to do that for businesses because they health care coverage. I think this delay will give some companies the opportunity to assess what they want to do or give the government the opportunity to be better in terms of requiring the overall thrust of the legislation going forward. My state of Ohio has great momentum.
It's just 2 o'clock. Well, there was a huge party. They come from outside. It's like they're taking a break from inside. All go back in. 2:30. Karen.
Great teachers in Washington Pulitzer. Like most teachers, I spend 10 to 11 hours each day working and preparing for the next day's lesson. Looking closer to work will give them more time at home to give us more time together as a family. Kirkland has easy access to buses. Her job.
What did you know? We're in high school and we were writing from workers. I mean, it's just almost impossible. Bothered me getting with the cops on television with the ones who are continuing to say things that are just complete bad grammar. I'm thinking, how did a policeman have bad grammar and get that job done? For all the good Russ has done with
$19.99implant.com. That's $1999implant.com. The next selling product is important with you. The dealership you choose is even more important. For 37 years, Jet Chevrolet has been the place to buy new Chevy. Our good customers are family owned, family run. Say yes to that cash. Jet Chevrolet will match your down payment up to $1,000. Visit Jet Boys Jim and Dan today and become part of the Jet family. Find new roads at Jet Chevrolet and Federal Way. JetChevrolet.com. Down payment match discount up to $1,000 based on MSRP plus tax, license, and negotiable $150 dock fee. The most news, traffic, and weather 24/7. This is KOMO News Radio.
Good morning, Larry Rice with you here on the Saturday edition of the KOMO Morning News, produced by Eric Hines. It's 6:47. U.S. Congressman Tim Griffin of Arkansas and Todd Young of Indiana present this week's Republican address on KOMO News Radio.
Equal justice under the law is a basic founding principle of our country. As Americans, we want to see our children have the same opportunities we've had. We want them to work hard and have a fair shot at achieving success. So whenever Washington helps businesses and ignores families and workers, Americans have a duty to speak up.
Recently, the Obama administration announced it was going to delay the employer mandate in the president's health care law. They took this action, they say, because businesses are having a hard time complying. Well, that's great news for big businesses, but it's left many hardworking taxpayers asking, what about me? What about my family? After all, the law's mandates are just as daunting for individuals, and they don't have an army of lawyers, lobbyists, and accountants at their disposal to make sense of it all. The government just put out an additional 145 pages of regulations on the individual mandate alone. How are ordinary citizens supposed to keep up?
Republicans understand Americans are worried about the impact of the president's health care law, so we acted. Because let's be fair about this. If the president's going to help out businesses by exempting them from the law, he ought to give the same relief to folks like you. That's why, this week, the Republican-led House of Representatives passed a bipartisan bill I introduced authorizing President Obama's delay of the employer mandate.